Hello everyone. For this session, we are going to go through the process of creating a buyer's loop from start to finish. If you have logged into your MyKW account, you simply go over to the My Transactions portion and click on Messages. I always like to go to the home screen, so I always click Agent Home. It's important to stay in this area below the red right here. If you go up here and you start clicking back, it's going to mess the system up. So you always want to stay in this realm when you're navigating the system. And so we are going to go up here to create a loop. Click Create Loop, and then it shows you the four options, the four loops with the different workflows. We're going to click on a buyer loop. If you click below the buyer loop, you can click a form set, which is the same thing as having the forms all ready for you like a buyer's packet would. So we're going to do that, and then we're going to click Create Buying Loop. The next thing it's going to ask you for is the address. So let's enter the address. And you'll have to click off somewhere and then click Continue. It's going to bring you to the interactive forms, and as you will notice in the right-hand box, it's got the forms that you need for a buyer packet. If you do not want some of these forms, you can simply highlight them and remove them. If you want to add additional forms, you can simply find them on this side and then add them. And so what we're going to do for training purposes is just leave the contract in here because of time. We're going to take out the CIS, the ABA, and all the rest of the forms, and we're going to click Remove, and we're just going to deal with the contract of sale. So we're going to click Create Loop once we have the documents that we want. The next step is to add your client. If your client is already in the eEdge contact database, they should automatically come up. If they're not, you just click New Client, Add and Attach, and then just enter their information. And then click Save. So now you have added a client to the loop. If another client needs to sign this document, you would want to do the same thing, add that client to the loop. They do have to have a separate email address. For training purposes, we're not going to add another client. We're going to just use this one. We're going to click Save and Continue. Then it's going to bring us to the document, which is the contract. At this point, some things are auto-populated, like the address and your client's name. The rest you will have to edit just like you would in a Word document. So just as an example, we'll come down here and put that the initial deposit is $1,000. For sake of time, we're not going to go through and put all this in here. So let's pretend that you have gone through this and put all the information in there that needs to be. We're going to click Save and Complete. At this point, if there's a crossroads. You can print the documents and meet with your clients, or you can have them electronically signed. That's up to you. There are a lot of different variables, and it just depends on your client. We are going to assume that they are going to sign electronically, so we are going to click Continue so we can send this to our client. And you've already talked to them and notified them that they are going to receive this document and a little bit about the process. This section you can enter more wording. for lack of a better sentence, I'm just putting something in here as an example. Please see enclosed contract. Then we're going to click Send, and it's going to go to your client as an email with a link in it to invite them into the loop to view the documents and sign them. So let's go act as though we are the client. So I'm going to open my email. And here it is. So this is what your client is going to see. Jerry, I've enclosed some documents for this property, yada, yada, yada. And then your additional comments will be right here. And then they're going to click on this link. Because I already have a .loop account open, I don't want them to mix up the login. So I'm going to copy this link and open a different browser. And so when your client clicks, this is what should come up. If they are hesitant about e-signing, they can definitely print it from here if they want to, but in this example they are going to sign this electronically. So they're going to click e-sign. Then it's going to ask them for a security question that they can pick and an answer to that question. And a password. Click Continue. Then it has a little summary of your loop. It says click on a loop name to view the forms you need to sign. So we're going to click on this loop name. They can also view a video over here if they would like. And then it says please click on the name of the form that you would like to review and or sign. So we're going to click on this. And a video pops up.
Welcome to .loop. Some forms require your signature or initials. Please look for any black X's and click on the corresponding pink fields to select your name. After reviewing a form, click Continue on the bottom right-hand corner. You will then be asked to input your password once a form is completed. Once you have signed the form, the black X's will become green check marks, indicating that you have successfully signed or initialed the form.
And so it's going to show the client a short video, and then it's very informative, short and sweet, and they can close that. Takes them, at that point it takes them straight to the document. They have to view every page, so they're going to look at it and click Continue. And at some point they will see this page where they'll click on the pink, find their name, click on their name, and then click Continue. Then it's going to ask them for the password they just created in order to sign the document. Click e-sign. Once they sign it, I will get a text and an email advising they've done so. And there it is. It tells the client, thank you for signing. They click Home. Takes them back to the original loop. They can click back on the loop. And open the document if they so choose. They can save the document, print the document, whatever they would like to do. So let's scroll down and show you what their signature looks like. And there you go. So Jerry Porch has signed this document. Let's go back to our loop on our side. And I'm just going to kind of refresh this. And if you look under the Action tab here, or the Action, you've got your document, and the action says, your clients have e-signed, send to listing agent for review. At this point, you're done with your client. Now you're going to put it in the ballpark of the listing agent. And so what you'll do at this point is go ahead and just click right here and enter the co-broker's name. This one is going to be named Great Agent. And you can put a little message in there. And the message can be whatever you'd like it to be. What they're going to do is get the same thing that your clients did, which allows them to print the document, or they can also utilize the system and send it on to their clients. 9 times out of 10, they're probably going to print the document. More about that in future trainings. So we're going to click Invite Agent. The following forms will be viewable to the listing agent after they register. When they register, actually, I don't think they have to register, but when they get it, they will be able to print it and do whatever they need to do with it. And that's it. It's important to note that you want to make sure that you call and let the co-broker know that the form is coming and the process, and you also want to make sure that they understand that it's not going to be Keller Williams branded and that it's .loop. So what we've done, we've created a buyer's loop. We have attached our clients to that loop. We have edited documents, and then we have sent this to our client for signature. Once they signed it, we then send it to the co-broker. And so now it's in their hands, and we'll go from there. So that is how you create a simple buyer loop. That's all for now. Please stay tuned for upcoming trainings. Thanks for your time. Bye-bye.